Hello all. About a week ago, I had uploaded a video of the Pioneer PLX direct drive turntable, describing its build, its shortfalls in quality that you need to look out for, but its awesome sound quality when the table is defect free. I have owned this unit, the PLX-1000, for over 5 years now, and I've made a few tweaks over the years that I'd like to share with you today. But first, if you haven't watched the original PLX-1000 direct drive video that I made a week ago, I'll post a link up for those of you who haven't watched it yet. So, first thing when I noticed while mounting and aligning cartridges using an advanced alignment tool like the Dr. Fikert protractor, is that some of the cartridges were falling a wee bit short of overhang for either the Barwald, Stevenson, or Lofgren arcs. Proper overhang alignment minimizes tracking error of the stylus while measuring the vibrations from the grooves of your LP. Getting the cartridge alignment right maximizes the best quality out of your phono cartridge. So why were many of the carts not quite getting to the arc points during the setup? It's the detachable head shell that comes with the tone arm. Don't get me wrong, the head shell that comes with the tone arm isn't bad per se, and I did not hear sibilance or inner groove distortion from setting up the cartridges using the supplied head shell. But I wanted to try using a head shell with longer slots so I could extend the cartridge and accurately set the stylus on the null points prescribed by the Fikert protractor arcs. This little guy here is a CNC cut head shell with elongated slots. Really nicely built, and it's available for about 20 USD on eBay. This allowed me to really dial in any of the cartridges I've been using and found the improvement in sound completely worth the effort. Everything about the sound improved: resolution, weight, body of the presentation, extended bass, and improved treble frequencies as well. Next tweak coming up is the slip mat. Now, the platter of the Pioneer PLX-1000 is really well damped and exhibits no ringing at all. But being the tinkerer that I am, tried out a few slip mats. Why do the slip mats make a difference? The function of a slip mat on a turntable is to allow the record to slip when you're putting the record on or removing it after playback without causing damage to the record itself while the platter is spinning and rubbing against the record. Essentially, the record mat is protecting the record from the platter, from scratches. There are record mats that do more than this. Before I explain what the special record mats claim to do, let's step back a little bit and think of what the stylus in your cartridge does when it's tracking the grooves of a record. The stylus is measuring the serrations, the vibrations from the serrations made on the grooves. And these tiny movements of the stylus are converted to electrical signals via the magnets and the coils inside your cartridge that then travel through the tone arm wires into your outboard electronics for further amplification. What these record mats claim to do is two things. One, reject any extraneous vibrations entering the record via the turntable platter. And two, dissipate the extraneous energy that the stylus and the cartridge suspension itself is generating when writing the grooves of the record. Dissipating the extraneous non-groove vibrations into tiny packets of heat so that your stylus is only measuring vibrations from the grooves of the record, thereby enabling signal fidelity true to just the information present on your LPs and nothing else. Well, of the mats I tried, there are two that are worth discussing. First one is Herbie's Audiolab record mat. So this version is the 4mm thick and it costs $75. The Audiolab record mats start off at $65 and up depending on the thickness of the mat. It starts at 2mm. The other mat is from Funk Firm and it's called Acromat. This version is a 3mm thick mat and costs $100 USD. There are thicker versions as well as you go up in thickness. While this is 3, you can step up to a 4, to a 5, to even to a 7mm thick mat. And the price ranges from anywhere from 100 to 120 to all the way up to 260 for the 7mm mat. But the sonic improvements I noticed immediately when swapping out the stock mat with either of these aftermarket record mats was a reduction in the noise floor. And by that I mean quieter backgrounds, allowing spatial information from the LP to come through more clearly. Resolution improved. The resolution in soundstage depth, imaging, the depth area improved. Bass and mid-range improved as well. And the resolution in the soundstage was not subtle at all. Of the two, I like using the Acromat a bit better because I feel that in addition to lowering the noise floor, I noticed improvements in dynamics as well. Next tweak is a turntable isolation platform. So if you're like me, having a turntable setup in my upstairs listening room on laminate floors, you may have problems with footfalls, running appliances like dishwasher or a dryer, etc. Those appliances create low frequency vibrations that propagate into your floors and your walls and enter your rack or stand and enter into your turntable and your record, and eventually making it into your stylus while playing LPs. Now, your stylus won't discriminate between an external vibration and the information on the grooves of your LP. It will measure all of it and it will pick it up and process it as electrical signals sent for amplification. A well-functioning turntable isolation platform acts like a mechanical filter or a sink for these extraneous low-frequency vibrations from noisy appliances or footfalls, preventing them from actually entering into your turntable. Now, coming back to my upstairs setup on my flexing laminate wooden floors, when after cueing the needle onto the track and walking back to my listening chair to enjoy the music, I could hear the impact of my footfalls, garbled music and distortion until I sat down. Then it would settle. Then the damn fridge or the dryer would do its rumbling thing. And I thought to myself, I should consider getting myself a turntable isolation platform. So what I'm about to show you on the screen is the Aurolex Isotone turntable isolation platform. This here costs $80 USD. And installing this on my stand and having the turntable on it got rid of the distortion I was hearing from footfalls when I or my kids or my wife walked by. Also, I noticed a subtle but audible improvement in the presentation of the bass frequencies. So guys, those are the few useful tweaks that I feel absolutely made an improvement for me to the PLX-1000 turntable, and frankly would probably improve any turntable setup in my humble opinion. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you find it useful, please be sure to like, subscribe and share, and that will help my channel grow. More phono cartridge videos coming up soon, so stay tuned by clicking on that notification bell next to the subscribe button to be notified when I upload content. Thanks guys, see you soon, bye for now.